everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to watch the first episode of our video diary. My name's Natalie, I'm the one behind the camera and will be completing the filmmaking process throughout this series. I also live here on the farm with all these black Labradors.
And I'm Ben, I'm a zoology graduate. I'm going to be presenting for you, a bit of a wildlife nerd, and we'll be telling you all the fun facts about all the wildlife that lives here.
And hope you enjoy it.
With 2020 having seen far much more rain than anyone could have anticipated, it's important to remember it's not just us humans that are affected by it, but also the wildlife around us. That's why we're here at Bittles Brook Farm, a small holding in North Dorset, where this fascinating geology has resulted in an interesting ecosystem for an ancient woodland. This environment has been created by a small stream known as a brook, which winds through the heart of the farm. The landscape of the brook changes dramatically. From this steep-sided valley, adorned in a blanket of emerging spring wildflowers, you could say the closest thing we have in the UK to a rainforest. To the quintessential image of a British woodland. For example, this emerging wild garlic and bluebell. The stream continues to meander throughout the woodland as the landscape opens up before finally leaving the farm. The brook is home to a huge variety of wildlife, from the birds in the treetops down to the small rodents living in the banks. Even the water itself is an excellent habitat for fish, amphibians and macroinvertebrates. We've placed camera traps around the farm, like this one, hoping to get footage of exciting and interesting wildlife. Throughout this series, we're using these camera traps to monitor regular residents like badgers, foxes and voles, as well as keeping an eye out for new visitors to the farm. Farm owners, Carolyn and Clive, will be taking us through the methods they have implemented to improve biodiversity and protect key species.
I'm fascinated by the geology and the geography of this part of the landscape of North Dorset. It sits in a unique part of the world, and we have, all of us I think, but particularly me, become more fascinated by the flora and fauna that we discover here.
I wanted to find out how Clive and Carolyn had been adapting the farm.
We've put in the glamping business so that we can diversify slightly into earning a bit more money for the farm.
I was intrigued to find out the environmental impacts of the glamping business.
We have solar panels on the roof so we can use our own generate our own electricity. We recycle as much as we possibly can. We use locally produced produce. We try and grow our own vegetables and fruit as much as we can.
So it sounds like an awareness of the surrounding environment is very important to the pair of you. Can you tell me, Clive, what else you have done in regards to the farm?
We've gradually discovered more and more about the flora and fauna here and the wildlife. We'd like to encourage more of it, and we also want to help the environment by managing the sheep flock that we have here, and just take care of what we've got and treasure it.
After having spoken to Karen and Clive about this amazing area, I'm really excited to explore it in order to find out about the exciting ecology associated to this fantastic farm. In the weeks to come, we will show you how the spring brings abundance of new life, from blooming wildflowers and blossoming trees to the arrival of numerous animals. We will show you this busy small holding in spring, with lambing season around the corner and guests arriving to experience life on the farm. We will highlight how you can find nature near you and encourage you to get out and experience it firsthand.